You see, Mina, I have already long time ago gave up on politicians. Not politics, but politicians. All right? Now you are sitting there, you think that maybe, just maybe, we are at the point where everything might settle down and maybe we might not have a lot of drama in the government and all of that. All right. And I'm not saying that the GNU is doing well, because the only thing we are seeing is just people speaking, people doing press conferences, updating people, which is actually good when it comes to publicity, which is actually good maybe to be seen to be doing something. But the most important thing, remember, it is the actual work. That means we want to see results. We want to see the fruits of your activity or of your activeness, being on the media and anything like that. Now, with that said, now you wake up in the morning or maybe during the night, you go through online, boom, there's a story. This lady, the Minister of Justice, ladies and gentlemen, I may not say the whole portfolio, but the Minister of Justice now is being accused of this thing of loans. VPS is associated with VPS. And I'm like, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are in a crisis when it comes to politics. A very serious crisis when it comes to politics. I know a lot of people are not paying attention to this, but it's a problem. And it's a problem on all the parties we have in South Africa. All of them. Okay? Now, let me give you a picture or paint a picture for you. This is what I am thinking, right? Now, when you become a mayor, when you become a premier, when you become a minister, okay? Now, in some cases, especially when a bank like a South African bank or black-based or black-oriented bank, okay, that is established. What I have noticed is, when now people who are in high powers, people who are in high positions, they sometimes take advantage of that. Okay, as a disclaimer also, I'm not saying that the Minister of Justice actually has done this. Yeah, it's true, whatever. Okay, remember, it still has to go through the courts, has to go through the investigation and everything like that. She has to also respond in detail. I think press conference also, she will make one and everything like that. Okay, but this is the thing, guys. Okay, now, high profile, now it may not be something that is done intentionally. Okay, maybe in the banks, when somebody who is a premier, who is a minister, who is a mayor, or maybe any other person who has a position in some of the political parties in South Africa, when they come into this black bank, okay, and they are looking for loans, in my mind, I would think that the people who are working in that bank, or maybe even the CEO, the manager, whatever, when they realize that this person is a high profile person, is a person who is part of a party, is a mayor, is a what, when they apply for a loan, or maybe one of their friends, or maybe one of their family members apply for anything, all right, and they realize this person is a relative, is a family member of a high profile person, I am under the impression that I think that they end up jumping certain steps in the application of whatever loan or of whatever thing that they are doing. I think they jump some steps, or maybe some laws, or maybe some steps that they're supposed to be following, or maybe asking for documents, or maybe asking for certain things, maybe because the high profile person might, think that we are undermining them because they are high profile. That thing, it might not happen as in like the minister, the premier, the whatever person, the high profile person maybe is telling them, I'm a minister, I'm a premier, you need to give me this. No, it might happen automatically as people who are employed in that bank. Or maybe the CEO is realizing, yeah, guys, make sure that you take care of this, because this is a mayor, take care of this, because this person is what in the ANC, this person is what in the FF, this person. So make sure that you do it. It doesn't matter what you come across, bring it to me. If you have problems, we'll solve it. And even if though they will jump a step, they will not care, because they're trying to save somebody who is a high profile. That's a problem sometimes. That is why, for me, I would say, if you are a mayor, even if you are in a party They know you. You are a member of parliament somewhere or anything. You apply for a loan in one of the black banks. Make sure you follow to the T. Make sure that you follow every step. That means you ask them if they have done everything overboard. That means they have followed the law. You don't want trouble. Because if you are not following, people, they might do certain things that you don't know about, which are not legal. And in a later stage in your life, when you become a minister, when you become a mayor, when you become a premier, what happens to you? They will dig you up, especially if you hold the positions that are actually big positions, positions that other people are interested in, other parties are interested in. They will dig you up, they will check you up, they will find out. If, because when you listen to these guys, when they are being exposed, their answer is, listen, I didn't know that this thing, the law was not followed. I thought this thing was followed to the T. I thought this thing was done in law and everything like that. But you realize later that it was not done according to the law, and this thing is coming back to you. Now, this is the problem. The problem is the parties we have. We've got the ANC, which I think we've all accepted that the ANC, when it comes to their ministers, I alone, I don't trust any of them. Okay, I'm not saying all of them are corrupt, all of them are doing bad things, but I am I am skeptical when it comes to them becoming ministers. Okay, there are ministers that were there before, which did well. They were not accused of anything or everything like that. But it seems like the ministers that are coming now, they are being accused on any day. They are just accused of anything. They are found to be involved in one way or another in some dodgy things that happened, even though they didn't know. Okay, remember, even though they didn't know, but the fact that they were part of it, it comes back to them because they are high profile people now. Okay, now you've got the ANC. Now, let's leave the ANC aside because we already know what is happening there. But then you have on the other side the newly established parties. You've got the EFF, you've got the MK. All right, let's just say maybe we have hope in the MK, we have hope in the EFF. The problem is we still have a problem over there. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, in as much as we want to be black people who come together, do things together, and maybe we want to do this thing of Pan-African, which is actually a good thing, coming together as black people, at some point we need to sit down and look at each other's eyes and tell each other's truths. Most of our guys, most of our black people who are in high positions, who are in high places, who are doing the work of the government, they are found wanting. They are found to be involved in certain things. And the problem is, where are we going to get the right people? And when you are saying to the people, listen, guys, we need the new people here. We need young people who are new. The reason why we need young people who are new, it is because we need people who are clean. We need people who are not having scandals. We can't be chop and changing. Always, when somebody gets into a position, this changed, somebody is found with something else, and all of it. That is why a lot of young people saying to the government, listen, we are not saying anything, but we are saying to you, let's begin to put young people in place, because at least we will find clean, new people who are not having all these things that you guys are having, because it seems like all of you now, when you come into the ministry, there you are found to be having something or involved in a certain thing. This thing is stressing me because it makes my distrust to be a lot deeper. I'm not trusting anyone now. I can't trust any politician. I can't trust anything that has to do with a politician because they are disappointing us every day. I do understand, and I hope you also understand that these people are human beings. They will think for their family at some point. They will think of their families, even their siblings, whatever. Maybe they want to put them in other things. That does happen. Okay, but it's becoming worse. And then the unfortunate part is when they put a minister, you are like, this one is going to do it. This one is going to be a masterpiece. Oh, 1 week, 2 week, 1 month gone, and then boom, there's a scandal. Yeah, you were involved in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you respond, you are like, nah, I didn't know about this. This thing, I thought it was okay. This thing, I thought it was followed to the T. The law was followed to the T, but you find out that it was not followed to the T. Because sometimes when we are getting involved into these things, getting loans, we get excited. I'm getting mine, I'm going to do this. 1, 2, 3, you forgot to check things, and then later it bites you. I don't know what is going on, man. I'm trying to understand. And then you've got the EFF also on the other side. Remember, guys, all these stories are stories that are pending, are stories that are not fully completed. Others are contesting whatever. But you've got the AFF on the other side being associated with VBS, with the Chivambo thing and everything, which is no longer there. Now you've got the MK party. Nah, you will think that, yeah, we can trust the MK party. The MK party decides to do something. The MK party decides to bring. Now, when it comes to the state capture, guys, I also have some skeptics in terms of the state capture, which I also think that somewhere, somehow in the background, there were people who were pulling some strings, maybe to make sure that Zuma is gone, to make sure that Zuma is arrested, to make sure that Zuma is gone for good, which you can see now why maybe they wanted that to happen, because Zuma is giving people chest pains now. Is making people frustrated. Okay? So I also have some skepticals when it comes to state capture party. The fact is, okay, which is what is happening. State capture was there. People were called there. Unfortunately, the people that were called there who testified, and some of them were dodgy, some of them didn't know what they were saying, they are in the MK. People who were in the commission, I'm not saying everybody, but there were people who were in the commission. I was doing a research when it comes to the MK members, especially in the top 8. Okay, and then I'm looking at them, and then I'm checking where do they come from. Some of them, they have been in some scandals. There were some things that they were accused of. All of them, we know nothing clear. Okay, Kosi nothing clear with that thing of Nkandla, fire pool and stuff like that. And then you've got, of course, Shivambo. Shivambo, I like Shivambo, but this thing of VPS, I don't know, guys, But you've got also, who is the other one? Okay, I think when it comes to Shope, it's a lawyer thing. So also he was impinged and everything. And then it's just a messed up politics in South Africa. You don't know where to go. You don't know where to trust. You don't know who to actually put your trust into. The DA, I don't trust it. I don't trust any politician, like I said. Because also with them, they've got their own agendas, which are bad, which I don't think they include us, actually. That is just my opinion. Okay, I can't trust anyone. I'm sorry, but I don't see any party that I can trust. Even the smaller parties that have joined the GNU, all of them, they are quiet. They are just out there. It is just maybe people like My Money, Patriotic Alliance, they are speaking there and there. But you can see, who do we trust? How can we get to a point where we have something that we can trust, something that we can put together and be like, listen, guys, we are putting this thing together. We are going to start afresh. I don't know how are we going to start afresh. But we start afresh. We put new people as ministers, new people as mayors, new people as premiers. They are clean. They have done, the auditing is done. They have checked them. They are clean. Nothing is whatever. Let's put them there. Let them do the work. Let them put because it seems like up there in the government, whatever politics, everybody's fighting everyone. Everybody's exposing everyone. Everybody's not trusting the other one. The other one is trying. And guys, let me tell you something. The DA is sitting on the side, right? This is what can happen here. Listen to me very carefully. What can happen here is the DA people now. The DA is sitting on the side, right, and is looking at their partner as in the GNU, which mostly they are looking at the ANC because they are the ones who are up there in terms of this GNU thing, right? They are looking at the ANC, they are looking at their ministers. When they get exposed, if there is a scandal about their ministers, remember that if that happens, it's either the president is gonna have to suspend that minister or maybe fire that minister. Guess what? There is an opening in that ministry. The DA, they are going to take advantage of that. How? They are going to say, listen, we've got our person here. It seems like your people are being exposed every day. It seems like your people are getting involved. They have been involved in certain things that the country doesn't like. We've got our people who are clean here. We have checked them. They are okay. Let's put them in this justice minister. And when the NC start to say, yeah, no, you can't do that, we have agreed, they are saying, yeah, but you are putting your people there. Your people are being exposed every day. And then, now, if the argument is that people are going to be like, but ANC, just look at it, my guy. Just look at it, guys. What do you think? Do you think you can trust any of your ministers now? Because everybody seems to be exposed. Hmm? And I can tell you guys, the ministers who are in the GNU, who are from the ANC part, all right, they are not safe, all of them, because they can be exposed at any time, especially if that minister moves to a higher a portfolio or to a ministry that the other parties are very interested in. Okay, it's a problem. It's a problem. That means we will never have a government that is stable. We will never have a government that is stable. Even the other parties on the other side, your MK, your EFF, if they can come into the government as a GNU, for example, or coalition or caucus, whatever, they come into the government, okay, some way, somehow they do come there. The other parties are going to dig in against them. And when they dig in against them, they're going to find certain things also around them. That means we will never find anything that is straight. That is why I said to you guys, I don't know if I said this, but this thing of being a diverse country becomes a problem. Because we've got differences, a lot of differences. I think it's a disadvantage to us. It's a disadvantage to our country, a disadvantage to our. We can't come together. That one has this one. This one doesn't work with. Doesn't want to work with this. It's just a mixed masala. It's just all of it. It's a drama. Somebody said it's a movie. It's a series. If you are not expecting this comes up. When you thought everything is smooth, is nice, this thing comes up. What is going on in South Africa? You can comment and tell me what do you think. Like, share, subscribe, do the do's. We will talk more about these stories. There is another story that is coming up right now. They are talking about the impeachment of the impeachment. No, the vote of no confidence on the DA mayor. Hey, South Africa, what's going on? Anyway, guys, thank you so much. You have a fantastic day. Sharp, sharp.